12 Days of Christmas. I'm Muriel, Nurse Muriel, and this is day 9 of the 12 Days of Christmas. So y'all, I'm feeling a little ashy. My lips a little dry. I left my lip gloss and everything in the car. So I got up, got ready for work this morning, and just jumped in the car, heated it up. So y'all know I got off last night around 9:30. Went to my daughter's house, and she was in there watching a Tubi movie. Now, let me tell y'all, one thing I can't stand is a movie with some horrible actors. I cannot stand horrible acting in the movie. And that's why I don't watch a lot of movies that a lot of people watch, and a lot of shows that a lot of people watch, because I don't like a horrible acting. And so, but she loved them Tubi movies, y'all. She loved them. Now, I'm not saying everybody on the Tubi movie are horrible actors, but what I am saying is the ones that I have walked in her house over the past, 3 months and seen her watching, the actors are horrible. So, she was watching one last night, though. You know, I'm not going to, she has a TV in her bedroom, and she has a big one in her living room. I'm not going to walk in there in her home and be like, turn the channel, I don't want to watch this. When I started watching the movie with her, it was called Faithful. Faithful. I'm trying to enunciate my words now. I notice when I'm talking, I don't notice it, but when I look back at the camera, I notice that my southern drawl, some of the words come across very, very southern. I'm gonna say that. So I got into that movie. Now I went looking for a part 2. I mean, the acting wasn't great at all. Some actors did better than others, but I just was shaking my head throughout the movie because I was like, this is horrible. Like, the acting is real bad. But the plot line was interesting, and it went off on a cliffhanger, and I'm wondering, when is it coming back on Tubi? I need to see part 2. You know, if you haven't seen it, it's about a wife who cheats on her husband, and so many things about the movie. I was like, yeah, this would never really happen in real life. This wouldn't happen like this in real life. But they did throw some little curveballs in there that I thought was very interesting. And I want to see the rest of it, y'all. I want to see part 2. The cliffhanger it ended on, if y'all watch that movie, I want to see part 2. So yeah, I'm heading into work, y'all. So I have to be there 7 to 3 today. But my GPS is saying, I don't know why I always use GPS. I've come to this place so many times from my hometown. But the GPS says I'll get there at 7:08, so that's really not that bad, y'all. They know that I just left there around 9:30 last night. But today is going to be a long day because I get off, I leave here at 3, and then I roll into the next job at 7 p.m., y'all. One thing about me, I don't mind working. Normally, if I do a 7 to 3, I'll roll back to another job at 11 sometimes. Every now and then I'll roll back at 7 p.m. But the job that I'm going to, I used to work there as a full-time staff member. So I'm very familiar with it. It's closer to my home. It's only like a 25-minute ride away from, well, about 30 minutes away from my home. So when I leave here today, I will go home, rest and relax probably. I'll probably take, y'all know how y'all take y'all quick little nap. I have a chair in my room. I definitely won't lay down and take a nap. I'll probably take a quick little cat nap sitting up, to be honest. And then roll on to that next job. Where they have me working is the exact place, because there are 2 buildings, and the building that I'll be working in is the building that I used to work when I was full-time. They used to work 2 nurses at night, because it's like an upstairs and downstairs, and now they only work 1. When I say upstairs and downstairs, I don't mean like you have to actually walk upstairs. There's a ramp. So there's a ramp inside the building that you go from one level to the next. In a quarter mile. So I shouldn't say upstairs, downstairs. There's like an upper level and a lower level. and there's a ramp to get from one to the next. So yeah, hadn't been there in over a year. Yeah, it's been more than a year. So I'm interested to see how this works out with one nurse. There's not a lot of patients though. I don't even think there's a full 30 patients. I'm trying to remember the floor. I think upstairs, from what I remember, had 16, held about 16 patients. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I think upstairs held 16 patients. Downstairs, if I can remember correctly, it held, I think, around the same amount, y'all. So yeah, it's about 32 patients. Ooh. Okay, so it's a night shift. But they said the way they rearranged the med pass, it's like you're not doing as much as you used to on night shift. So yeah, y'all know I'm trying to recoup that money. I pretty much got it recouped. So anyway, I'm about to pull into this job, get these quick 3 hours out the way. Yesterday, last night, y'all, one of these patients, when I say this late, you know what? We give excuses to a lot of patients because we like to give them mental, they got mental disorders, diagnoses attached to their profiles. But when people are racist, they are racist. And there's a patient in here who is very, very racist. And, they expect us to just deal with that when outside of work, I would have never put up or never even dealt with a patient like this. Like, I wouldn't have 2 words for him. But being that the person is a patient, we're supposed to deal with it. So I administer the medication and I do what I'm supposed to do. But outside of that, I don't do any extra for that. I'm not doing the extra. I'm not doing that because I know the racism is outward. It's not like hidden. Like the patient got upset with me last night because they wanted medication very early, like 2.5 hours early. Now I know we can do an hour before, an hour after, but the patient wanted it 2.5 hours early, and I wasn't going to do that because you had just gotten it, and so it would have been too close. It was a narcotic. Oh my goodness, I was off. The patient was just steady screaming and ringing the light and calling my name and calling me out of my name, and then going to say, that they'd rather be around reasonable white people who know how to talk to each other. Now, mind you, I didn't talk to her any kind of way. I explained why I couldn't give the medication like that. Everybody else do stuff that they're not supposed to do, and then when somebody come along and they're doing it the right way, you know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, and then I was outside of the room. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm not even entering back in your room. I hear you yelling, screaming, so you had your respiratory status is fine, whatever. Anyway, because when some of these patients can't get that pain medicine like they want it, so they can get high or whatever, because the patient did have breakthrough pain medicine and I administered that, but this particular pain pill, they wanted that and they couldn't get it because it was 2.5 hours too early, and they had just gotten it like 2 hours before, if you understand what I'm saying. So anyway, I overheard them saying maybe if I start talking in monkey, then maybe someone will understand me. Y'all, I just feel like, they said we ain't supposed to pay these people no attention because, some of these people are old and racist and, blah, blah, blah. But in the real world, I wouldn't have no dealings with this person. I probably would tell them something, I'll get a couple things off my mind when I tell them. But I just ignored it because when you're doing what you want done, you're doing what they want you to do, because earlier in the shift, oh, I like you, you're one of the good ones.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the left.
You're one of the good ones, and this and that, and all. I really like you. Now that I talk, because I had a conversation with the patient, 2 patients in the hallway, and that was one of the patients, and they was like, they really liked me, and this and that, and the third, and all that. And then when they couldn't get that pain medicine like they wanted to, it was, oh, maybe if I start talking in monkey, then maybe
your destination is on the left.
Understand me, stuff like that. So, child, let me tell you, y'all may encounter. I'm in the South. I already knew I've encountered stuff like this before, but never to this level. Never to this level, y'all. But Anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all, you know, the best thing in the world for me is when the patients say they don't want me to work with them no more. But this patient ain't gonna say that, because like the patient said, I wanted a good one. So they're not gonna say they don't want me to work with them no more, because I was just waiting for them to say it so I can make sure I document it and all that. But just know, if you working with a patient like that, we can't withhold care, we can't do this, we can't do that, but we don't have to engage with them. We really don't have to engage outside of, you know, the care that we're supposed to administer. But I'm here, so I will get back with y'all in a little bit. Oh, y'all, hey, it's lunchtime, y'all, 2 p.m. I'm trying to decide, do I want to get me some Chinese chicken or a Taco Bell. I don't know. It's like I don't want to get out the car, but I don't really want a salad. I had one of those Taco Bell salads. Then again, I might want both, to be honest, the chicken and the salad. I mean, what will it hurt? Whew, but yeah, I'm tired, y'all. You know, I go back. Y'all know I go back to work tonight. I'm about to get off in an hour. 2 p.m. I get off at 3, and I'm taking my break. I don't play them games. They're gonna take them 30 minutes from me. I'm taking my break. Myself, I was telling my guy my schedule. He called me today. You know, because you know he doing a whole trash route today, so he doing all the Sunday and Saturday customers today. And I was telling him my schedule for over the next few days, and he was like, "You are not a machine. You can't make all the money." He was like, "You're not a machine. You gotta rest sometimes. You can't make all the money." And I was like, "Look who's talking to the guy that works 7 days a week." But he right. Sometimes you pick up these shifts, and in your mind it sounds plausible, but you gotta think about, you know, well, this might be a rough shift. So I may not want to go to the next one, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't mind going to the next shift, but I wish I was going at 11 p.m. Because I'm tired, y'all. And then if my relief don't get here on time, Lord. Ooh. She need to get here on time. I got everything done. The next thing that needs to be done is 3 p.m. meds. I didn't leave anything. I had a busy day today. Had to order some IV antibiotics for a patient. Had to put an order in for a PICC line. Just a lot was going on today. Then I had to give an IM injection of Ativan, because the patient running up and down the halls butt bone naked, with just everything just a swinging and hanging. It was a mess. Yeah, so I've had a day today. I'm tired. I am tired. And then on the weekends, you know, there was no receptionist this weekend, so we were answering phone calls. These 8-hour shifts, it was no joke, this 8 hours. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I actually go back in at 2:45, and I go back in at 2:45, and in the next 15 minutes my relief should be here. The only thing I got left to do today is to go in and update that IV order, because they're not able to come place the PICC line till Tuesday, y'all. Now normally I don't know what this is the one situation where I'm not really clear on, because we should not wait that long to start administering antibiotics, y'all. That's like 72 hours later. And it's because they are not able to come and do the PICC line until Tuesday. But he should honestly start today. So I don't know what to do. I don't know whether we send him to the hospital to get one started. Like, I don't know what to do. And I done called on call so many times. Or I told her we probably had to put an order in for a PICC line. I was like, should I just try to do a peripheral line? Because the medicine's going to come in tonight. But yeah, so you know, I just don't know. And I'm so tired, I don't even feel like thinking. I'm back tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to work on something tomorrow to see what we need to do. Maybe send the patient out to the hospital to get a PICC line placed. I don't know. Because Tuesday, like 48 hours, like really, that's almost 40, 34, 48. That's like 72 hours later is a long time to start antibiotics. I don't want to get out the car, but I really do want the Chinese chicken. I'm not going to lie to y'all. They just charge so much for sodas. I don't want me a Diet Coke, y'all. I don't want to. You know, sometimes you just want a cup. I should have bought a cup of water out that building. I might go run the trial. I don't know. I better decide something, though, because the Chinese restaurant is right here. It's the next right. So, hey, y'all can see it's getting dark. I'm about to head to my next job, and I just jumped in here because, you know, we hear so much complaints about nurses and CNAs, but let me tell y'all about this patient today, y'all. These patients are a mess. So a patient I had today who, I work with him all the time. I empty his urinal. I bring him ice water. I bring him snacks when he rings for it. You know, bring his oxygen concentrator when he wants to get out of the bed. The oxygen tank when he wants to get out of the bed to the concentrator, stuff like that. Medicine, all that. You know, I do all that. So I was at the desk and I was on the phone with the NP getting orders for antibiotics, for IV antibiotics for a patient. And at the same time, this other patient is down the hall yelling, telling me that there's another patient rolling into a resident's room. Mind you, the resident isn't in the room at that time, but another resident who's confused is rolling into her room. So I hope I figure out to tell him 1 minute while I'm on the phone with the NP. So I hear him say, no, they so lazy. All they want to do is sit on the phone. They don't want to do their job. So I finished the call with the NP, getting these IV antibiotic orders, mind you. And so I get up and I go down the hall, and I said, someone had already removed the patient from the room. So I went and I looked and I addressed him. I said, oh, well, excuse me. I said, but at the time at that time I was on the phone with the nurse practitioner getting some orders, so I couldn't come and get that patient at that time. I say it's not that we're sitting on the phone not doing anything. We're sitting at the desk on the phone not doing anything. Sometimes we're on the phone with the doctor. Oh no, I wouldn't talk about you. I wouldn't talk about you. Oh, okay. Well, you know, I was on the phone and I was sitting at the desk, and you said all we want to do is sit at the desk on the phone. So, you know, I'm just letting you know that no, I wasn't just on the phone. I wasn't just sitting at the desk on the phone. I was on the phone with the doctor. I said, sometimes when you see the phone to our ear, I said, majority of times when you see the phone to our ear at the desk, we're calling family members, doctors, things like, y'all, these patients here are really getting beside themselves. A mess. Mind you, I was on the phone for a total out of about 8-hour shift today. I probably was on the phone about a good total, about 45 minutes, getting orders, ordering medication, talking to family members. It's the Christmas holidays, so a lot of family members calling saying they're coming to get their resident, they're coming to visit, they're this, they're that. So I was on the phone a good bit. I say 40, no, I'm gonna say about a good hour and a half today. I was on the phone about a good hour and a half. But when he happened to call me at that point, I was on the phone with the NP. That's why I say, y'all, it's getting to be, it's something out here. So when I go down there, not that I was going down there to confront him or anything, but, you know, let him know, you know, when you see us on the phone, we're not on the phone playing. When you see us on the phone, it's not that we're just playing and ignoring you. I was on the phone with the doctor. I couldn't get off the phone with the doctor getting that. Mind you, this is the on-call person. Y'all know sometimes how hard it is to get back in touch with the on-call person. I'm telling y'all this, and I didn't tell him this, but you know, y'all know it's hard sometimes to get in contact with them all on-call people. So while I have them on the on-call physicians, so while I have them on the phone, I need to address this. I can't hang up just to go run and get a patient that rolled into the patient room. Now, if a patient wasn't breathing, couldn't breathe, that dropped to the floor, of course I'm going to hang up the phone. But just because they rolled into another patient's room, mind you, the other patient isn't in the room, so it's not about to be a resident-on-resident altercation or anything, child. But I'm just telling you, they're getting out of hand, child. I had one last night. Oh God, yesterday I was all the monkeys. I was the monkey, and I think I told y'all about that earlier. So today, you know, she's wanting to, what is this person doing? So today, you know, she's wanting to chit chat. She's apologizing for yesterday. She's doing all this. Now, yesterday when I had her, we were conversing. We were talking about spirituality. We were talking about a lot of different things. But when she couldn't get those narcotics when she wanted to get them, I was a monkey. And she wanted to be around white people because white people had sense, you know. So it was all that yesterday. So today, now she's all apologetic and she wants to, you know, sorry ma'am, I am here to give you your medicine, make sure you're not in pain. You know, I can't have talking sessions today. Yeah, because you want to turn on, what you trying to turn on and turn off your racism? If I was a monkey yesterday and I didn't have, you know, and you couldn't, I don't talk with sense because I'm not a white person. Why today do you want to talk to me? It don't work like that. I'm sorry. It don't work like that. You know, what would have been better if she would have just said yesterday she don't want me to work with her no more. Because that would have suited me just fine, because I would have put it in the documentation. Patient states she does not want this nurse in her room anymore. Like, come on, y'all. So anyway, y'all see it's getting dark. I got approximately about 45 minutes to make this transition from my home to my next place of employment, my next shift. So got my son some McDonald's. Y'all know I gotta take him something to eat, so I got him some McDonald's. I'll go home. I really shouldn't even say relax. I don't know what I'll be able to do in these 45 minutes. The day didn't work out how I planned. Next time I do a 7 to 3 and want to double back, it's going to double back for 11 to 7, not another 7P to 7A. Especially not when I have to drive like an hour and a half in between destinations, because let me tell you, then I've been getting calls from the people with the trash, not the my clients from the trash route, because even though I reached out to everybody personally and told them the trash route was there, a lot of them were still bringing their cans to the road late. You know, I can't control to what time he gets to you. I only could tell you that he's going to come to you today. So whether he comes 6 in the morning or 6 in the evening, yeah, I have no control over that. So, you know, he changes up the way he goes sometimes, depending on, yeah. So they were calling, wanting to know, had he come to them yet? Had he come to them yet? Well, he's out pulling trash, so he can't answer the phone every 5 minutes. Like, I didn't know what this, you know, I tried my best with working all that. But anyway, y'all, if I don't come back to y'all tonight, I'm Muriel. This is day 9 of the 12 days of Christmas. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all know I get off in the morning, and I only got like a 5-6 hour transition before I roll on to the next shift. So yeah, talk to y'all tomorrow. Okay, y'all, it is now 12:02 a.m. I have done the first med pass. I'm the only nurse, and I have an upper level and a lower level. Half the medication is missing. I spent about an hour searching for meds, never found them. Needless to say, I won't be back here. See y'all in the next video.